welcome to my channel. The fact that you are going to watch this video means that you have plans to go to Lake Como. Trust me, that's a great choice that you won't regret. In this video, I will explain why. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like this video. Lake Como is Italy's second largest lake, but by far the deepest with a maximum depth of 425 meters. The lake has a distinctive shape, with two arms pointing south with Bellagio at the point where these arms meet. The lake is surrounded by mountains, more than 2,500 meters high. Let me tell you about 10 particularly fun things to do here. Number 1. Simply enjoy the lake and the beach. The warm weather and the cool lake invite you to spend a whole day relaxing on the waterfront. Lie down and enjoy the warmth and everything that happens around you. Let the kids play and watch the boats heading for the charming places along the lake. If you want to be active, grab your canoe or windsurf board and enjoy the water. Most days, after midday, the wind will pick up to every windsurfer's dream. The northern part of the lake attracts dozens of windsurfers and kitesurfers. Specifically around Damaso on the west side and Calico on the other side, the wind conditions are very good. It's a joy to watch the bravest men and women on the water compete for the best stunts.
Number 2. What do you think of playing in a gigantic free water park? On a 10 minutes walk from the center of Damaso, you will find a unique collection of waterfalls in the Levo River, called after a small village up in the mountains. On hot days, this is the place to be, and you will be overwhelmed by the beauty of the canyon, the rivers, and the unique man-made waterfalls. Are you ready to jump? Bring your water shoes to go further upstream, where the canyon becomes more narrow and the river smaller. Here you can climb rocks and take a bath in small natural pools that come straight out of heaven. Climb the swing and dream away into your next adventure. If you are a photographer, don't forget your camera. Make sure your gear is as water resistant or in a watertight bag, as you will be wet at the end of the day. Number 3. If you are tired of relaxing or getting wet from one of the rivers around the lake, grab a bike and saddle up. Mountains around the lake raise up to over 2,500 meters, and almost every road around the lake goes uphill. The area has bike tours for every level, and no biker will ever get bored. Mountain bike tours around the lake are available on the internet or the local tourist information. Everything that goes up eventually must come down. That is an age-old law, and it also applies to Lake Como. However, here this is about great single tracks, which can be rough at times, but always offer great views over the lake and surrounding mountains. Make sure your gear is in excellent condition, and always wear a helmet and goggles to stay safe. After a hard journey, you can cycle leisurely over the countless paths along the lake. If all this is too much for you, it is always possible to rent an e-bike at one of the many bicycle rental shops. You deserved your pizza today. Number 4. Have you ever wondered what heaven would look like? Well, the town of Menaggio comes close. It is a lively town on the shores of the lake with a small harbor and a 5-star hotel for the rich on this earth. Marvel at the people who flatter themselves in front of the hotel or drink a cappuccino on one of the terraces in the village. Walk the boulevard along the lake and just enjoy the other people coming your way. Italy is world famous for its ice cream, and you're sure to find an ice cream stall here with more flavors than you can eat. Buon appetito! Number 5. A little east of the town of Chiavenna, in the village Borgo Nuovo di Puro, you will find the great waterfall Cascata Acquafragia. This waterfall falls in several terraces from the higher plateau in a number of beautiful wisps that would not look out of place on a bridal veil. On a hot summer day, it is wonderful to stay under the waterfall, and many Italians relax on the meadow near the waterfall to escape the heat. If you're a little more active, you can walk up a steep path and steel stairs to the top of the waterfall. The turquoise pools and the view are well worth the arduous climb. Make sure you have good walking shoes and do not overestimate yourself. The waterfall is fed by the mountain stream Acquafragia, which origin is more than 2,000 meters higher. Real hikers can go even higher into the mountains from here, in search of a real alpine environment. Number 6. Prepare yourself for a special trip today. We are going to one of the most beautiful villages of Italy. If you want to dream away in real Italian atmospheres and immerse yourself in Mediterranean glamour, visit the village of Bellagio. The boat to Bellagio departs from a number of places along the lake. From Leno or Menaggio you can get there in about 15 to 25 minutes with a ferry services of Navigazione Laghi. The trip in itself is already a great experience. On a sunny warm day and the wind in your hair, you feel like a prince on his yacht. You just have to forget about your fellow passengers. If you prefer more privacy, you can always take a water taxi for the trip. Upon arrival, you can already see the special atmosphere of Bellagio, with its majestic villas, great boulevard, and cozy terraces. The town of Bellagio is located on a cape that divides the southern part of Lake Como into two parts. This location gives Bellagio a very mild climate. During winter, the average temperature during daytime is rarely below 5 degrees Celsius, and in summer temperature only seldom rises above 28 degrees Celsius. A gentle breeze, called breva, will even make your stay more comfortable during summer. Stroll through the narrow alleys of the historic center and climb the medieval stairs to explore both sides of the peninsula. And then, after a relaxing day, sit down at one of the terraces and order a typical Italian latte. Number 7. Join me on a walking tour from Levo to Baggio. Levo is easily reached from Gravedona by car in about 20 minutes, and parking is no issue. A wide gravel path starts from Levo along the slope of the valley. On the bottom of the valley you will notice the mountain stream Levo. The gravel path is easy to walk and will never get steep. Some people even walk it with a stroller. The views are magnificent. Every turn of the path surprises you again by the beautiful views and the depth of the gorge. After 3 kilometers of walking, Prato Dangri is reached, where you will find a mountain hut. Here you can enjoy various local dishes and a real Italian espresso. At Grotto Dangri, like many others, you can enjoy the mountain stream and the natural pools formed under the old stone bridge. If you still have energy left, you can walk across the bridge and take the stone path from there to the almost deserted village of Baggio, which is very idyllically situated on a mountain plateau above Grotto Dangri. On the way to Baggio, about a third of the way up the climb, you'll come to a small church, where you can enjoy your own sandwiches under the plane trees. The latter is also a good tip if you climb to Baggio, or even further. You are not going to find a mountain hut here, let alone find a restaurant. To get back to the car in Levo, you have to walk back the same path. However, this is not a punishment, because the view from the other side is just as spectacular. In Levo you can then order an ice cream or a pizza to enjoy a wonderful day. Number 8. Take the ferry from Menaggio or one of the other places along the lake to Varenna. You can go by car, but it won't be easy to find a good parking space near the center. If you take the ferry, you can take the bike or car with you. This can save you a long trip around the lake if you need to go from the western to the eastern shore. Varenna is a small, but cozy town on the east coast of Lake Como, in the province of Lecco. The town was founded in the year 769 and has a population of less than 1,000 inhabitants. The atmosphere is extremely charming and the combination of the colorful houses against the backdrop of the mighty mountains is unique. From the harbor, walk along the path near the water to the village center and stroll through the small alleys and along the bars and shops, and watch the people on the terraces. Visit the little church, the Chiesa di San Giovanni Battista, and let yourself be absorbed by the Italian atmosphere. After a wonderful day, you take the ferry back to your starting point to end this wonderful visit.
Arrivederci alla prossima.
Number 9. After a day of strolling through an Italian town, it's time for action, but also for some silence. From Bodone, you can storm the mountain towards Levo with your bicycle or e-bike. Before Levo, at the church, Chiesa della Madonna del Gorgiglio, you have to turn left towards Bodone. Without an e-bike the climb is quite a challenge, and if you come across a car it's pretty tight here. Fortunately, there are not so many cars, and you will always be able to enjoy the silence and the views. After a lot of sweat or electrons from your battery, you arrive in the village of Bodone. From here you can exchange your bike for hiking shoes. However, there is a small parking lot if you prefer to drive up. From Bodone it is a short climb to the top of the mountain, passing a rifugio. From here, you can walk a short distance to the cross at the top. You will immediately forget all your efforts at this place. The views are stunning. You can see almost all of Lake Como here in good weather. If you look around you can see Levo, Menaggio and Baggio. All places where you may probably have already been during this trip. After enjoying all this beauty for a while, it is time to go home. If you this time take the path on the other side of the summit, you will enjoy a great hike with beautiful vegetation and mountain streams. All this is the start of the spectacular ride back to the lake. Be especially careful here as the road is still as narrow as on the way up, and a small rock could cause a serious accident. Number 10. Lake Como not only attracts tourists, but is also a magnet for celebrities. It is no secret that you can see the most beautiful villas along the shores of the lake. However, if you look closely, you can even spot some famous movie sets or the house of a celebrity.
Near Leno, you will find the beautiful Villa del Balbianello, the setting for 007 in Casino Royale and Star Wars. Or the home of movie star George Clooney near Laclio. And did you know that Mr. White was also shot along Lake Como, in the Bond movie Casino Royale?
Those were 10 exciting and fun things to do at Lake Como. I hope you enjoyed it and that this destination is the next one for you. Let me know in the comments what you think of Lake Como, and if you have found activities that are definitely worth doing and should be in the next top 10. I hope you give me a thumbs up and keep following us for your next trip.